Welcome to my NFT Spotlight series. This is the start where I'll be sharing NFT projects that are in my spotlight, plus do portfolio tracking, cause what's it worth if I don't put my money where my mouth is, right? Whilst a lot of time and effort has gone into this information, these are not financial advice. Please do your own research as everyone's risk appetite and strategy are different, making investment decisions subjective. To get updated quicker, join me in my Discord server. Do feel free to share projects that you are looking at too, as we all know opportunities are aplenty in this space and I can't do this alone. Let's get started with episode 1, the first 5 NFTs that I've added to my portfolio. The first batch of projects that I've bought into are 1. hausphases by Haus, Worldwide Webb Land, Arcade Land, World of Woman Galaxy, and JustCubesNFT. I'm bullish on hausphases with this massive ecosystem behind it. It seems like one of the most complete in the works as it looks to connect Web3 with the real world through many different aspects. NFTs, metaverses, gaming, lifestyle, furniture, and so on. The Haus modules is the key to everything, so the recommended way into the ecosystem is to get any one of the 3 versions available. What's the difference? Different version yields different amount of tokens daily when they come into play eventually. Version 1, 2, and 3 yields 1,000, 400, and 100 tokens per day respectively. I've added a V3 to my bag. Utility of the tokens have not been fully released yet, but you can expect to use them across the wide variety of Haus projects. For example, buying merch, upgrading your avatar, or even redeeming some of them for mints on certain hyped projects. Tons of collaborations are also in the works, and Tony to Disco, a high-profile artist that is followed by celebrities like Kanye, Edmund Louis for sneakers, and other big names like Banksy, Murakami, and Kaws. The price of hausphases has been steadily increasing since the start of April in anticipation of the release of Niwa. Haus Pets and Muri have been released, and holders of the modules get them for free or are automatically whitelisted for these NFT. If you have a higher budget, you can choose to ape in sooner. If not, maybe wait for Niwa to be released. I expect a drop in price then. After all the recent hype and massive gains from NFT worlds, the search for the next NFT worlds began. 2 similar metaverse projects that I'm looking at are 1. Worldwide Webb Land, and 2. Arcade Land. I aped into Worldwide Webb Land recently when price came down significantly from the initial high of about 4+ ETH back in February. Considering several projects that bought into NFT worlds also bought into Worldwide Webb Land, that gave some confidence to the project. Big name NFT collectors were also buying heavily into the project, and that sealed the deal for a short to medium term hold depending on how the project develops. The team is super active, consistently building and updating the community on progress. I love developments as these are usually catalysts for pumps. Just 2 days ago, the team announced their ultimate alpha on Twitter. They shared the utility of the apartments and announced that apartments will have a key role to play in the economy to collect resources. What's also massive is that we are expecting to see doodles enter the web soon. Looking at the price trend, we saw some profit taking happen recently as the floor increased in anticipation of this update before coming down after. In my humble opinion, this is a fair place for entry. Arcade Land is developed by the same people who did BAYC and MAYC. Therefore, it only makes sense that they will be adopting ApeCoin in their metaverse. Many projects have bought Arcade Land to build on it too. This includes Bao Society, Monkey Kingdom, I Like You, You're Weird, Galaxy Cat, and Karafuru. In their promo graphics, it appears that there may be the possibility of collabs with big projects as well. Some NFTs being featured are Emphas, Kaiju Kings, Cool Pets, and Karafuru, where all the JJ Lin fans at. Yes, he bought into this one too, a massive mega land. His next concert may well probably be here. Generally, I feel like this one is undervalued as it is one of the newer metaverse land projects. And guess what? Over the last weekend, we had Pranksy buy easily 80 to 100 of them at one go. This is a medium to longer term hold for me considering how promising Arcade Land is. But I missed the first chance to take some profits back when it was closer to review. It hit a high of about 1.45 Ethereum and my target was about 1.5 Ethereum. Bummer, but it's time to exercise some patience now. For entry, the first opportunity to get in was after review when price dipped to about 0.7 Ethereum for a standard size land. Using that as a reference price, a fair entry price for me is at about 0.8 Ethereum for a small and 1 to 1.1 Ethereum for large. With the recent female representation, inclusivity and diversity meta going on, World of Woman Galaxy is definitely a project I'm keeping close tabs on. I believe that World of Woman Galaxy will trend together with the World of Woman Genesis collection, which has a current floor price of about 8.1 Ethereum. World of Woman is a top 10 PFP NFT project currently. Considering that, World of Woman Galaxy being managed by a BAYC manager, imagine the networks there and the number of celebs backing this project. I speculate that this may eventually have a higher ceiling than say Cool Cat. Some big name celebs include Reese Witherspoon, Eva Longoria, WNBA All-Star Nafisa Collier, Gary Vee, Steve Aoki, Shonda Rhimes and many more. The floor of World of Woman Galaxy is currently at 1.24 Ethereum. Price has been consolidating at about 1.2 to 1.3 Ethereum for the longest time. In my opinion, a decent entry price to be part of a blue chip ecosystem. I'm looking to hold this medium to long term, but I will consider taking profits at about 1.8 to 2 Ethereum. Exercise patience and look to get in again once price cools down. JustCubes is a tool that I consider extremely useful for NFT traders, collectors, or if you're just someone who makes tons of transactions. In other words, this has great utility. This project did not mint out initially, but as the early adopters saw the benefits that it could bring and shared them recently, we saw the surge of uptake. It improves your transaction speed so that you can secure hype mints and snipe with ease using their private hypernode. Check out the speed comparisons here, as it shows that the hypernode has a much quicker transaction speed versus the other commonly used nodes. Tons of testimonies are also available in their Discord suggesting how the node have benefited users. For the benefits it offers, the current floor price seems like a fair entry, especially if you intend to use it. It's not too expensive and the savings from transactions and profits will eventually pay for it. They are also building a superb community. In the pre-mint phase, they offered Nansen charts, Mobi alerts, Genie swap alerts, and alpha calls to anyone in the server for free, but now of course you need a cube to access those. Having just explored the resources, I would say it's great. Post-mint, they have started competitive gaming giveaways. You play redeveloped, nostalgic and legendary games to win prizes, and they pride themselves for allowing up to 30 winners each time. Not 5, not 10, but 30. Personally, this is a secondary utility to it being a tool and a resource library. The founders are also fully doxed. At time of filming, the portfolio is in slight profit, but I'll consider it break even. We've seen decent profits for Haus and Arcade Land, but the other three are in reds. Worldwide Webb Land and World of Woman Galaxy have good potential and are at least medium-term holds for me, so I'm okay sitting through this drawdown. I believe it's impossible to be catching bottom prices all the time, so I'd rather be in at a fair price and catch the pump eventually. I bought JustCubesNFT with the intention of using it, so the price for now does not matter as much, especially when the investment amount into this isn't that high. That's it for today, and I hope this project excites you. Do let me know in my Discord server if you have aped into any of these projects. Do also join me there for quicker updates. The link to my socials can be found in the description below. Before I go, I do consider the current NFT buckets to be quite cool, and it is a good time to be adding on good quality projects. So do stay tuned for my next episode where I'll be sharing some of the other exciting projects that I'm looking to add to my portfolio. Bye for now.